Hey everyone, welcome to Post to Post. Thanks so much for joining me today on this Friday. Every Friday on the channel, we do review jersey concepts here if you're new. I am getting back on the horse. It's actually been more than a month since I've filmed one of these videos. Any previous version of this that you've seen in a recent couple of weeks, I know they were filmed in advance and then scheduled for release. So I gotta get back on the horse here and get some new jersey concepts under me. These are by Miles. He's the designer today. He or she, Miles could be a girl. And these are just general jersey concepts. No theme here to my knowledge, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but I'm definitely excited to look at these. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, like I said, so very eager to get back on the horse here. Now, if you've been watching these videos for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years, and you've always wanted to start designing your own jersey concepts, regardless if you want to submit them for me to review or not, I can help you out a little bit by a 10% discount over at sportstemplates.net. One of the jersey concepts you're going to see in this, or the jersey template rather, that you're going to see in this video is from Sports Templates. So if you like the template that you see, so you like how the concepts look and you want to try your own hand at coming up with your concept, you can get this exact same template over at sportstemplates.net. Use code POST2POST. That's going to save you 10% on this template, and actually all kinds of templates, every template on the site. And if there's any of the paid ones that you're just not quite willing to get right yet, well, you're in luck because there's actually some free ones on the site too. So if you want to explore sportstemplates.net, look around, check out some of the free ones, download those, play around with them. Feel free to send in a full set of those. But then if in the future, maybe you want to buy one, make sure you remember to use code POST2POST. That's definitely going to save yourself 10%. So I hope I can see some of your work in the future. Okay, let's jump into this one. Let's see what Miles has to offer us, starting off with Anaheim. And this is a reaction video, by the way. I've not seen these before. I just see file names and abbreviations here. So ANA, Anaheim. First, let's go. Okay, well, the first thing I noticed was the shoulders. They're very subtly done. And it looks like almost like feathers of a duck. I'm hoping that's what it's supposed to be, because that's kind of what I saw. And so it's very subtle, but interesting at the same time. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. It's not bad. I don't know if it's good either. I think it's because it's brown. It's throwing me off a little bit, and it's probably originally orange, but when you decrease the transparency of orange, on black especially, it starts to become, well, what we see here was just a little bit of brown. So the brown color is just throwing me off a little bit. As far as the rest of the jersey, I think it's obviously very nice. You get some of that green and teal in there. You get the orange, the beautiful orange, and then that awesome logo as well. Let's move on. The Arizona Coyotes, we've essentially got the home and away, the Kachina, and then it's almost like a reverse retro version of that. You've got green as the primary color. Now, I absolutely do like this decision to go with the green. I think this looks really good. We've only got a couple of green teams in the NHL. Minnesota, Dallas, are there any more? I don't know. I can't think of any. If there are, I guess I'm losing it. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see an Arizona Coyotes jersey using green as the primary color. Miles, I like this decision. Next up, the Boston Bruins, a very kind of old school, almost like, I get university jersey vibes from here a little bit. I think the Frontenacs, which are not a university team, they play in the OHL, I think. Yeah, they play in the OHL, Kingston Frontenacs, OHL, that's in Ontario. Must be the OHL. I don't know why I thought it was anything else. But yeah, a little bit of Frontenacs vibes for this one, which have, they have got really nice jerseys. They don't look exactly like this, but it just kind of reminds me of one of their previous jerseys, actually, I think maybe. The off-white or cream color in the arm throw me off just a little bit. I think I'd prefer that to be actually just pure white, just because there's none of that color elsewhere in the jersey other than in the laces, actually. I don't think the numbers on the shoulder are that color. I think they're actually white, but maybe not. On my screen, they look white. But nice jersey. I like I like that alternate to be a Boston Bruins black jersey. It's one of my favorites in my collection. All right, moving on, we've got Buffalo next, and I mean, this is kind of a combination of, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 jerseys. The logo on the shoulder comes from a specific jersey. The striping down below doesn't really match any previous jersey, but the vibes of this jersey in general are from the home jersey, kind of. And then obviously the goat head jersey, or the goat head logo in the middle, is from the era long ago, but has been brought back in 2 jerseys, the reverse retro and their new alternate. So, it's all around, this is a nice jersey. I don't know about the sabers on the arms. I'd be curious to see how this would be physically produced, whether that would be a sublimation print on there, or if that would actually be like a physical patch that would be sewn on there. It'd be I'd be very curious if this was physically produced just to see that section in general. I think that would be interesting. All right, moving on, we've got Carolina next. Oh, interesting decision to take the outline or silhouette of the actual Carolina Hurricanes logo and make that the placeholder for the numbers. I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually. We know we look at literally thousands of concepts every single year on this channel, so it's really hard for me to see something new and innovative, and Miles has kind of done that here. To my knowledge, I've not seen that before. So Miles, round of applause for that little bit of innovation there. Now, I do very subtly see the state flag in the shoulder. Might wish that was a little bit more prominent. I love to see the state and provincial flags on jerseys. Calgary also used to do that. As far as the jersey design in general, I think it's pretty nice, actually. The squared off shoulders is something I like, as you guys know. The pattern down below in the stripe is a little bit more subtle than it usually is, which I think is a plus. The alternate logo in the middle is great. The striping on the arms is good. And the fact that he uses the C from the two, I guess now, Carolina Hurricanes jerseys that use that Canes down, I guess goes this way, on the alternate, or the away, sorry, and the reverse retro. So really cool to see that in there. I might actually, I want it to look like it does on the reverse retro, which is a white C with just those warning symbols being the red. Maybe the red C on here is just a little bit hard to see, but I think this is actually my favorite jersey so far, Miles. Next, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oof. I like the stripe on the neck coming down into the shoulders and all the way down the arm. That is a nice touch, but I do not like that Andre the Giant wrestling belt style kind of thing coming right down there, especially since the Columbus Blue Jackets logo that's being used here is completely circular. So to me, this just looks like a wrestling belt or some kind of belt that's just been kind of turned sideways and is wearing it like that. Now, this is also very indicative of an original Blue Jackets uniform, not hockey related, but they're history related. So I understand the decision here, obviously, but it looks a little bit awkward on a jersey. Next is Calgary. So we've got Blasty that's been kind of recolorized a little bit. The arms are very good. The neck, that white section here is just a little bit too thick for me. The stripes along the bottom are okay. I think I prefer the regular Blasty on black or the original Blasty or their new alternate. They've using them a lot here recently. The colorization is interesting of the logo, but maybe a little bit too much white for me. Chicago. Wow, okay. For whatever reason, that logo feels a little bit out of place for me. I think it's maybe because we don't get that complementary same colors in the shoulder patches. What the Blackhawks do very well is have good secondary logos, and they've kind of changed it throughout the years on their shoulder, but it's always been very good. And to see a Chicago jersey without shoulder patches is a little bit odd for me. And also the logo seems very small on this jersey and maybe a little bit low. And I think what Miles is trying to do is kind of keep it in that striping area without coming above, but I think I'd actually like to see the bottom come out and the top come out. So maybe just increasing the size of the logo would make the jersey look a little bit more, I don't know the right word, I guess normal for me. It just feels like a very, very small logo at the moment. The numbers are actually almost even bigger than the logo. The shoulders are not shoulders that I would prefer. I like squared off shoulders, like I said. This is an okay jersey though. Colorado, ooh, wow. There's no blue. There's no blue whatsoever. You're bringing back the foot on the shoulder, which is a really good decision. You've got 5280 in the back of the neck, which is how many feet are in a mile? Yeah, I had to look it up. 5,280 feet. That's how many feet are in a mile. Denver is called the Mile High City. You could have seen that same number on the Stadium Series Reebok jersey right here on the neck. So a nice little touch from Miles to put that back in there. The numbers look really good on the arms. I kind of like the fact that you went with black numbers to complement the black on the shoulders and the rest of the jersey. Just helps to balance the color a little bit. I think if you went with the burgundy as the numbers, they would have been more difficult to see and would have just added a little bit too much burgundy. So great decision with the black numbers there. I don't think I like the black in the front of the neck, which holds the laces, though. I think that part should be burgundy. Next is the Dallas Stars, or maybe the Texas Stars, because this is Texas state flag inspired. Sure, I don't know if you can hear my chair squeaking. I don't remember it ever squeaking, but it's driving me nuts. Let me get situated here. I don't know. I can't get it. I have to tighten some screws or something. All right, back to the jersey. So how does this not exist yet? This was a great decision by Miles. I've seen other designers do the, not exact same thing, but very similar things. And even the Dallas Stars, I think, once considered using this as a jersey. I don't know if it was in discussions to be a home or an away kind of style, or something else. I don't know, maybe a specialty jersey or an alternate. But I believe at one point they were discussing this internally, and there were concepts that were drawn up internally in their marketing department or the design department. So it's disappointing that it didn't come to life. However, to see it in many concepts popping up online is a promising thing, because hopefully, maybe the Dallas Stars see all these concepts floating around on social media and on YouTube and stuff, and maybe they think, okay, maybe the people do want to see this. Let's create an alternate sometime in the future. So I'm hoping that we do get something like this. It would be a great call out to the state of Texas, an awesome state. Unfortunately, one of the states I've not been to, but so many great things come out of Texas and are in Texas. So yeah, I mean, why not honor the Texas colors here and in a jersey? And I love the logo, actually. My favorite part about this jersey that Miles has done up here is the logo. Colorized like that, designed like that, it looks really, really good. Okay, Detroit. Wow, this is pretty perfect, I think, for the most part, actually. The off-white totally matches with Detroit. I think they can use that. The C on the correct side for Detroit. The logo was small and the logo was low. I think it needs to move up a little bit and become bigger. Right now, it feels a little bit too small on this jersey. Edmonton Oilers, what do we got? The text in the background, DMNT. Obviously, that text comes from the name Edmonton, but it just seems weird to not see the other letters in here. Maybe under the arm is the first half of the word, and under the other arm is the the last half of the word. But still, it just seems like from a front-on perspective here, it just seems odd to see those letters there. So I think I'd remove the letters and just have the jersey as is. I'd make the logo a little bit bigger. I think it's too small. I think we'd have a nice jersey here. Florida. Heck yeah, Miami Vice themed. This is going to happen eventually. There's so many people who want this, so many Florida fans who want this. I know not all Florida fans, but a lot of Florida fans, jersey collectors in general, people in general. It just needs to happen. It's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time. I'm telling you right now, Miles, this is a great jersey. The LA Kings. Okay, so we're going back to, I think, one of the most popular times in LA Kings history as far as their brand. The early 90s is iconic. It extended into fashion and everything. It'll never not be iconic. But this, I think, was maybe just from the fan standpoint, the LA Kings fans, this was likely one of the eras that they liked the most, strictly just talking about uniforms and jerseys and stuff. And it's kind of a shame that we've not seen something like this kind of come back. So, I mean, we had the reverse retro, but that's really just a kind of call out to the early 90s or the late 80s, early 90s jersey, and then sprinkled in some of the original colors, where this like really signifies, I think it was like the early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s when they used this. So I would absolutely love for something like this to come back. Don't love the little white on the front of the shoulders, but everything else is pretty much perfect. The Minnesota Wild, wow, a lot of green here, no shoulder patch. I do like the trees and the stripe in the background there. I think that's a nice touch. I'm just wondering if the stripe in the background could have been a different color. It's a lot of green. So, this is a 7.5, 8 out of 10 jersey. It's a nice one. Montreal Canadiens. Ooh, total miss for me right away. Again, get that line coming down there. I just don't like that at all. You could put it on any team's jersey. It doesn't really matter what team. It doesn't really matter what the colors are. I'm probably never going to like a design like that. New Jersey Devils. Wow, just a little bit of a touch of green in there. That's actually a really nice way to kind of utilize some of those original 1982 colors. With the green, just very subtle, right? Just a couple, a stripe in one arm, stripe in the other arm, stripe down below, just a couple of stripes overall, and then in the laces. Would Devils fans like this? I think the majority would. That's my final decision. The Nashville Predators. Heck yeah, absolutely. Bring it a jersey back exactly like this, or create a jersey exactly like this. This would sell so well. I don't know why the Nashville Predators are so obsessed with yellow. There's so many of their fans who want the blue to come back. I'm not a Nashville Predators fan, but I also want the blue to come back. Please, Nashville, just do it. The Islanders. Yeah, miss for me just because I don't like the logo on the front. Personal preference. The black feels a little bit out of place on the arms as well. I know it's in the neck here, but it kind of blends in with the neck. Not a bad decision, but it's floating in the orange a little bit. I think if you made that all orange, maybe made the transition between the orange and the blue, put a little bit of a thin black stripe in there, that might have been a little bit better. Right now, it's just kind of distracting a little bit. It looks like wristbands or something. The Rangers, what do we got? We've got a red primary jersey using the same logo style. Blue C on the red middle jersey, red numbers on the blue arms. I feel like there's a bit of a fight for color here. Like these are their colors and stuff, but blue, the shade of blue is such a polarizing blue. Same with the red. They're very vibrant. They're very attention grabbing. So when you use almost the same amount of each color, they're just like visually just kind of fighting for attention. So there's things I like about this jersey, but there's things that I think maybe are a miss as well. The Ottawa Senators, like the Sens on the shoulder, actually. Don't even mind the fact that it's on one shoulder and not the other, because you've got a very logo forward inspired C on the opposite side, so it provides a little bit of balance with the C here and then the logo up here. The striping in behind, I think, is very unique. I've not seen striping like that in the middle of the jersey on a Senators jersey. Logo again feels a little bit small. The bottom of the sleeves are nice. This is a good jersey. This is a good jersey. I've not seen anything like this from the Ottawa Senators. Philadelphia Flyers. Ooh. Interesting usage of the slanted lines along the bottom. I kind of like that, actually. That's a little bit different. It makes the jersey not be symmetrical, but it still is just a little bit of callback to history in a way. Numbers on the arms look good. Interesting design, but yeah, this is a nice one. Maybe 8.5 out of 10 for this one. Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. We've got the Robo Penguin. We've got the split design where you've got kind of the gradient on one side, the lines coming off the logo on the other side, reaching right out into the arm. The numbers fall on the stripes. The numbers fall on the new color that we get from the gradient going into. The gradient goes all the way up into the shoulder, going back to the original colors. Wow. This is a very, very cool jersey. I adore this jersey. This may be my favorite so far. There was one other one that I really liked as well. Can't remember which one it was. I'll have to go back and look, and at the end I'll tell you my favorite. But right now, this is top two for sure. Moving on to the next one, Seattle. Okay, it reminds me of the Fisherman jersey a little bit, the original one, not the new reverse retro, but the original one. Because you've got kind of almost like a wave kind of pattern happening here, which obviously makes sense to the Kraken. Their brand is very ocean-oriented. You've got the alternate logo be an anchor. You've got the Kraken, the name of the actual team, be a mythical sea creature. So, yeah, I think that actually fits perfectly in on the jersey. The numbers outlined in red looks good. The shoulder patch on there looks good. Adding the red up onto the collar looks really good. A little bit of red on the collar, a little bit of red in the logo, a little bit of red down below. Really good usage of red as a tertiary color in this jersey. Just fantastic, actually. This is one of my favorite Seattle concepts I've seen. The San Jose Sharks, wow, got some teeth marks as the striping in the arms. Very modern. Number on the front of the jersey as well. This is a very busy jersey. You've got two shoulder patches, and the shoulder patch is very, very vibrant. The orange is in there. You've got a wave, and it's a dynamic scene almost. The number on the front of the jersey, the crazy jagged stripes on the arms. This is a jersey that's really supposed to get your attention, and boy, does it ever get my attention. I like the striping, and I like the shoulder patch. I just don't know if I like them together. It's almost too much. So I think I'd keep the striping just because it's very unique and it's very aggressive, I think maybe is a word I can use here. And I would remove the shoulder patch and just go with the jersey as is minus the shoulder patch. This is really good though. Moving on to the next one, the St. Louis Blues, a darker blue. I really, really like the striping on the arms in this one. Very complementary to the darker blue of the jersey. You got Gloria in the back of the neck, which is nice to see. Shoulder patch looks good in there. Like the bit of the yellow in the front of the shoulders as well. Call out to their home and away jersey. Don't like the middle striping in the bottom of the jersey. I think I would just remove that and just allow the whole entire bottom of the jersey to be that darker blue in the middle and on the arms. Tampa Bay Lightning with a lighter, almost like neon sky blue. I don't know if that's a color. I don't know about this one. I think the white stripe that kind of goes along here in the front of the shoulders is throwing me off a little bit, actually. I don't really know why, but I think I would remove it. I don't mind the really, really bright blue. I don't think that they should use something like this or this aggressive maybe for a home or away jersey style. Or, I guess I could use it for an alternate or something. If the Adidas or the NHL or whoever takes over from Adidas does some kind of like bold series, I could see the Tampa Bay Lightning doing something like that, maybe, or maybe even for a stadium series. Usually they take some risks with stadium series. Okay, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ooh, adding the maple leaf down below is a really cool decision, actually. I like that. And then there's the simple Toronto Maple Leafs old school kind of text in the middle, just on a white stripe with the TML on the shoulder for the alternate. This is actually a cool jersey. I like this a lot. This would make a really good Winter Classic, maybe. Yeah, awesome jersey. Next, we got the Vancouver Canucks. Okay, it looks very familiar to me, not because the jersey exists, because it doesn't. It's because so many designers have done jerseys almost identical to this. I feel like I've seen this jersey like 4 times, or the concept like 4 times, and that's not like an insult or a negative thing to say. It's a compliment because, man, how cool would it be to get the Orca recolorized in the skate jersey and just have that influence of both the brands kind of going together? I think it would be a really, really cool jersey, and I think a lot of people would like it out there, even Vancouver fans for sure. Okay, the Vegas Golden Knights. Wow, take that gold is going hard on the shoulders, hard down below. This isn't better than the gold jersey. This isn't better than the home jersey. It's not better than any of the reverse retro jerseys that they've used. It is still nice, but if this existed, it would probably be my least favorite Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Again, not bad, just not my style. I was going to say Winnipeg Jets, but I mean, it is Winnipeg, but this is obviously very Atlanta Thrashers themed. I don't care what's in the middle. I don't care what's on the bottom. I don't even really care about the striping. If you take a Winnipeg Jets jersey and you just use the Atlanta Thrashers colors, or just use the Atlanta Thrashers colors in general, and just I don't really care if it has anything to do with Winnipeg Jets. If you just put it on there and make it into a Adidas jersey, I'm probably gonna buy it. I don't care what it looks like. So yeah, I like this one. This one works for me. The Washington Capitals. Okay, you can't put a player's name right on the front of the jersey. Sorry. I guess if maybe Miles is looking at this like, there's no name on the back of the jersey, or if there is, the player's name is also on the front of the jersey. When I first saw this, I thought that, okay, literally every player on the team would be wearing a jersey with Ovechkin on the front. That would be unacceptable. But having, if this was Backstrom on the back, Backstrom on the front as well, I think that's acceptable. So really cool. I don't think I've actually ever seen that on concept either. So Miles is throwing some new innovative stuff here with these concepts that I've not seen before. As far as the jersey, probably going to be a little bit of a miss for me. I think the shoulders are a little bit busy. Lots of white lines being used in these concepts. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I feel like they don't necessarily work here. It might be the white neck. Maybe it's a little bit too thick. Not my favorite Capitals concept that I've seen. I'll say that. So I'll go back. I'll look and I'll pick my favorites and I'll be right back. I think I've got 2 favorites for this video. I've got 2 favorites and they're back to back. They're right next to each other. We start off with Seattle. This was just an excellent concept, very simple for the most part, from the belly button up. It's a very simple jersey. And then down below, it's busy, but that's okay, because if it was busy up top and busy down below, it'd be like, whoa, that's a little bit too much. But right here, he's made a really good decision and just allowed the theme at the bottom of the jersey to kind of be the strong point. Utilized the red very nicely as a tertiary color here. Just a great design overall. Would love to see this become a physical, actual, real version. And then my other favorite was the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think for this one, it's a little bit aggressive as far as color, but really good decision here with the gradient. Both the blues going back to the original color. The shade of blue looks awesome as it's designed. Really good relationship with the logo as well. Call back to history, multiple histories here. So excellent job, Miles, on these 2. And then lots more. I know I liked lots more in the set as well. So thank you so much for submitting those. Now I'd love to hear from you guys down below. What was your favorite in this series? What was your least favorite? If you want to go through and rate them all out of 10 and leave a big giant comment, that would be cool too. I love seeing those comments. But definitely, if you've got a couple of minutes or even a couple of seconds, just let me know your favorite down below in the comment section. If this was your first video on the channel and you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, because we do videos like this every single Friday on the channel. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button down below. That helps me a lot. And otherwise, I'll see you actually very soon tomorrow for some more reverse retro review jersey videos, and then throughout the week, and then obviously next Friday for another jersey concept video. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.